Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Thank you for watching. Welcome, Keene. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching Welcome, Keene. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us. My name is Aggie Cersosimo, and today I would like to talk about raising kids in multicultural family, kids who are bilingual, kids whose parents are from two different cultures. I'm very excited to talk about it. Living in the United States has been the greatest multicultural exercise for me, one that has transformed my life and my understanding of the world and what it means to fully embrace diversity in multicultural living. I am a mom to two boys, half American and half Polish, and it's important to me to raise my American-born kids to value their roots, traditions, culture, and where they came from. But also it's important to me and my husband to teach them how to value and celebrate American traditions. So I invited a guest, Chris Baker. She's from Peru, and her husband is from America, right?
Yes.
Mixed family, and their family is very big. Their parents to 4 kids. And they're local business owners, and Chris is also a student of Keene Community Education. Chris,
right.
I'm so excited to have you in our studio. Thank you so much for coming. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for
letting
coming.
me share a little bit of my experience.
Yes, I'm very excited to learn about Peru, your traditions, and how you raise kids in that mixed multicultural family. It's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
I know it can be challenging to raise multicultural kids.
It is.
From my own experience.
You have different opinions there in the house, you know?
Exactly. So before we start our conversation, can we just talk a little bit about Peru, the culture of Peru, like some facts about Peru? So let's have a small quiz, okay? So where is Peru located?
Peru is located in South America. It is we share borders with Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador. It is a beautiful, beautiful country. It is not because it's my country, but it's beautiful.
It is. It really is.
Yes.
What is the climate over there?
Depends where you are at. For example, where I come from, I'm from Cusco. You might hear Machu Picchu. So I'm from Cusco. It is cold. It's chilly.
Do you have seasons like here?
Yes, we do have, but it's not to the extreme. You can handle it. It is cold, so you can put a jacket, you can extra blankets in the bed. That helps you. But there is hot seasons too. But where I'm from, it's not that hot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Not that hot. So what is the language in Peru?
We speak Spanish and we speak Quechua too. My mother is a teacher of Quechua, and these days they teach in school Quechua.
So it's more native language.
Yes, it is a native
Is
language.
it kind of similar or totally different?
In my experience, I can say it's totally different.
Different.
Different things.
Please tell me, what is the national Peruvian vegetable?
Potatoes.
Potato?
Well, we have many of them. We have like 3,000 types of potatoes. We have maca, we have quinoa, you know.
Right. But you have 3,000 kinds of potatoes?
Yes, something like that. Maybe I'm not writing the number.
Well, I can say
is.
that in Poland, potato is also a national vegetable.
Yes, it's delicious.
It is. I love potatoes. What food is Peru known for?
Ceviche.
Ceviche? Do you make it here? No.
Yes, I do. You know, I usually do. I go to the store, get tilapia mixed with lemon juice, with onions, ginger, and you let it sit in the fridge for a little bit, and it's delicious.
Can you get all the ingredients here, or do you need to go to the...
Yes, no, you can get the ingredients here.
So
It is not that
easy.
difficult to make, but it's delicious.
How about your family? Do they enjoy it?
Yes, they do like it, actually.
Perfect.
Yes.
So I have a fact that Peru is the home to 7 wonders of the world. What is it?
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu. Have you been there?
Many times. Every time we go back to Peru, we have to stop in Machu Picchu. It's something that amazing. It is amazing.
It's a sacred place.
It is just a
It's
sacred
absolutely
place,
beautiful.
yes.
How long does it take to make Peruvian poncho?
Well, depends of the type and what do you use to make. You know, you can make the old-fashioned ones. It can take months to make.
Months.
Yeah, from the beginning to the last process.
They're probably expensive.
They are, and they are made by him. So it takes time.
Do you own your one?
I do have one.
You
at
do
home.
have one?
Yes, it was a gift from my aunt.
Do you wear it?
Yes, I do wear it in the
On special,
Keene International.
Keene International, that's the special
festival.
occasions.
Yeah, it is really.
That's
yes.
like brings pride, right?
It
When you
does.
wear national
When you are far
clothes.
away of your country, let me tell you,
Yeah.
you feel everything.
Yes, absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Everything
You're
feels
proud
deeper,
of
right?
Your culture, yes.
Yes. What is the most popular tradition in Peru?
All Saints Day, we celebrate.
All Saints Day. It's coming up, right?
Yes.
It's November
yes,
1st?
Yes, because Peru has a lot of Catholics. Majority
Right.
of the population is Catholic, so we celebrate all.
How do you celebrate it?
The first day we celebrate it together as a family,
Mm-hmm.
and the next day we go to visit to the people that is already dead. We bring some food.
So do you visit cemeteries
Yes, we do visit cemeteries.
with food?
Yes, and we gather together around it and sing and tell stories about the person that is not
Oh my
here
gosh,
anymore.
such a
Yes.
beautiful tradition.
That's a family-oriented tradition. Yes.
So you gather around the grave and you eat and you
Yes,
talk about the
yes,
people who are
yes.
not with us anymore.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
beautiful. So it's not like you go like Halloween. You don't have. Do you have Halloween?
These days, I feel that yes, we are adopting the Halloween in school things, but no, majority of people is like getting together.
More
and so-
traditional.
Yes, more traditional. Yes.
I feel like in Poland it's the same. When I grew up, nobody even heard of Halloween. So it was the Saints, All Saints Day,
Yes.
and we used to go to the cemeteries and celebrate dead people, and we brought flowers in Poland and candles.
Yes, that's what we do. Too.
Right, right.
Yes.
No food, but just flowers and candles. But in Poland, it's usually freezing. November 1st.
Yes.
But I feel like right now Halloween is coming to Poland, and more people start to celebrate that holiday, and
Yes.
kids really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
kids enjoy it.
Right,
They're excited,
right.
put costumes
Right.
and go.
So how do you? You said that you don't have Halloween in Peru. How do you guys compromise it in your American house? That you celebrate All Saints Day and Halloween, or how does it work with you and your kids?
It's really tough. Yes, it is. For example, we go to church, we celebrate, and we remember the people who's not here. And my husband loves putting decorations. He does. So we compromise and say, okay, you'll do it, but when it's closest to the date. Okay,
Right.
so he decorates the house. He's amazing doing
I know,
that.
I know.
In my other side, we go to church, we get
So you combine
together.
two things
Yes, we
together.
combine because it has to be 50-50.
Exactly.
Yes.
And kids need to know that there's like other traditions in different countries, like in
Exactly.
Peru, and they know the American
Because
tradition.
this is the reality.
Yes.
I cannot just put in a box and say we are doing all Peruvian things. No.
No.
It has to be,
Yes, I love it. I love it. So you mentioned that the largest religion is Catholics.
Catholic, yes.
It's like about 80%, 90%.
Something like
it's
that,
like it's
80%,
just like
yes.
in Poland.
Yes.
I have a funny question now. Do the Peruvian people like to hug?
A lot. That's our way to express
Yes.
affection.
You're like
you know?
they're warm people, right?
Yes.
Kissing
Yeah,
and
I
hugging.
don't feel it's just Peruvians. I feel the Spanish culture is kind of like that. When you see, for example, in the store, someone that might be from Peru or
South America.
Yeah, and they speak Spanish. You get and say, you don't even know that person. I say, oh, I am from Ecuador. I'm from. You start, hi, how are you? So,
I love it. So how do Peruvians date?
well, used to be old-fashioned way, before, but these days
You don't
I
have
feel-
arranged weddings. You don't have
No,
that.
no. But these days is like, you get to know the person in your work or a school or college, and that's how they do it. Usually between 20 and 25 years old is when you start
Dating
and getting more serious, 30, you know, having kids, everything.
at 30s, and so it's kind of similar like here,
25,
right?
Yes, almost.
And what is the oldest civilization in Peru?
The Incas.
The Incas.
Oh, amazing, yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So Cusco used to be the capital of the Inca Empire.
That's
too.
where you come from.
Yes. That's why everything you see around, they build it.
Wow.
It is amazing. You can see the wings.
How many years ago, more or less?
Ooh, I'm not
Thousands.
Yes, a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have beautiful. You can go every time they discover something new, because you know the architecture, everything. You are there and you cannot imagine how they move these big rocks and put it together.
And it's so high,
Exactly.
right? The altitude is so high.
Exactly. Yeah, we are almost 3,400 meters above sea levels.
Right. That's probably like about 6,000 feet, more or less, right?
That one there is magical.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I only know from the pictures, but the pictures are spectacular.
It is amazing, yes.
So now we know a little bit about the culture in Peru and all your traditions. So could you please tell us a little bit how did you end up in Keene from such a beautiful place on a different continent?
Well, it was difficult. Okay, so there is a program, it's called Work and Travel. When you are in college, in your vacation, there is usually 3 months, you have the chance to apply for a visa and come here, practice your English and work. So that's how I did. A couple times I fell in love with my son's father, and you know, and 3.
So you were here in New Hampshire, in Keene?
Yes, the first time
you got to Keene?
I fell in love with Keene.
Really?
Yes.
Where
I
did you work? Where did you get the chance?
People's Dinner. I used to work
in the bank.
Yes.
Okay.
And no, it is a laundry.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we used to work there. There was a lot of Peruvians coming that way.
Really?
Yes. We'll get
And you
together.
met your partner?
My first. And so that's how we met and we fell in love.
Where is he from?
He's from Salvador. I
El
know. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of mixed cultures, right?
Yes, trust me.
You came to United States, you met guy from a different
I stay
country.
in Central America, yes,
Right,
Salvador,
right.
Central America, I stay America, North America, yes.
So what did you like the most about Keene, and what did you like the most about United States when you moved here? What was different from South America?
First of all, the snow.
It's not-
Because you see in movies, you know, all the snow, and as a
Right.
kid you dream. That was amazing because we used to come here by December.
Right.
Yeah, so
In the
that's when
winter.
stores and snow start and everything. That's the first thing. And people is very nice too. You know, people is nice and everything. You know, landscape, everything is
the
beautiful.
nature. Does it remind you a little bit of Peru, or the
It
place
does,
where you
in the
because it's-
countryside, because in
Right.
the city is full of buildings.
Right.
But if you go in the country area, it is beautiful. Reminds me a lot. Yes.
Do you have foliage in a place where you come from, like with the colorful leaves and all that stuff?
We don't have that.
You don't have.
We don't have
So that must have been a really
That's
beautiful.
something new too.
Right.
I love the fall.
Yes,
I really do. The smell
yes.
too, apples, pumpkin.
Yes,
I do. It's different.
yes, and
totally
the
different.
colorful leaves, and it's
Yeah.
just so beautiful and gorgeous. So they say when you move to a different country, or when you just even visit a new country, but for a longer period of time, you experience a culture shock. And there's different stages of culture shock. There's a honeymoon, there's a rejection phase, there is adjustment phase, and then there is acceptance phase. Do you think that's that correct?
Completely agree.
Completely.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is hard because if you can just think, the day you decided, okay, yes, I'm gonna move, you put in my luggage, your dreams, your life, everything, and you move.
Yes.
You leave everything behind.
Yes.
It is hard, you know.
It is hard.
difficult. Not easy.
So which phase are you at right now? Is it acceptance? Acceptance.
Yes, because you decide, you know, as immigrants, we decide to put roots here. So now it's time for our kids, you know,
Yes.
and we have to
Yes.
be with them.
And how long have you been in United States?
10 years, over 10 years.
Over 10
yes.
years. So it does take about 10 years,
Yes,
about a decade,
it does.
to be in that acceptance phase, right?
Yes,
It does take about...
because you miss so much to your family, your
Yes.
culture.
And you also like
everything.
daydream about your family, and everything is more beautiful in your country when you're here, at least in your mind, like
Yes,
right, like everything is
yes,
better, everything.
Yes, it is. It
Right,
is, it
and
happens.
then when you finally accept that you're here, that your family is here, that's your home, that actually
This is
feels
your
pretty
second
good,
home.
right?
Yes.
That,
You'll never gonna feel complete.
right,
No,
right,
because you know that.
right.
But this is the life you choose to live, you know?
Right. But I feel because of that, your life is richer because you got to experience two different cultures.
Yes.
You got to experience two different kinds of people. Like it's all different.
Yes.
And that's a beauty also,
It
right?
is.
But it does take a lot of time to realize that and accept it. Right?
That's what it takes,
Right?
all the phases,
Yes,
you know?
yes, absolutely. That's my feeling. So let's talk a little bit about the multicultural family and kids. How many? I mean, we know you have 4 kids.
Yes.
How old and what are their names?
Right now at home we have 3.
You have
3
3
of the
kids.
4, yes.
Mhm.
The second oldest one is 17.
He's American.
Yes,
Okay.
fully American.
Fully American.
That's my husband, from my husband's
Yes.
side. We are a blended family.
Yes.
To this marriage, my husband came with 2 kids, I came with 1 kid, and we together have 1
One
kid,
kid.
so we have 4 kids. So Anthony, he is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Philip is my son, who has, he is 12 years old. And Peyton, our daughter,
Mm-hmm.
she is 7 years old.
So she's half Peruvian, half American.
Yes, and
Right.
Philip
And Philip is half Salvador, half Peru.
Peruvian, born here in America.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's the lucky one.
He really is.
Yes.
So tell me, please, how do you guys manage so many different cultures? Like, are they bilingual? Do they speak Spanish?
Yes, Anthony is learning Spanish in school, and he practices at home. Philip, he understands very well, and he tries to speak too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, because when he was little, we were in Peru for a little time, longer time, so he does understand, can speak. Peyton, she's learning.
She's learning, but
Yeah,
she's 7, right?
Yes,
So
she's from, Mom, I can speak Spanish. Hola. You know? Yes.
I know it's not that easy to
It is
teach
not easy.
second language when you are the only one in the family who speaks
It's
that
hard,
language.
you know, because sometimes they take advantage of it. You're trying to
Yes.
speak in Spanish, and
Yes.
the kids, you just, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yes.
You're reprimanding them, Mom, I don't understand,
Yes.
but they do, you know.
Yes, I feel like it's not easy, and especially when your husband doesn't speak Spanish, right? And his whole family speaks English, and at school they speak
Exactly.
English. It's
English.
like everybody speaks English, and you're
Exactly.
in the minority, and you're the only one
I
speaking
have to
Spanish.
adjust to that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's not that easy. Do you prepare any Peruvian meals for them? Do you teach them how to cook Peruvian meals?
Yes, we eat at home. 90% Peruvian.
Peruvian.
Our meals are homemade organic meals. I do make them their lunches in the morning. I wake up early to make like some rice with chicken, Peruvian
Yes.
style. That's what
That's because that's how you were raised.
I was
right?
raised like that,
to
I
eat.
try to imitate what my
Yes.
mom did, you know?
Yes, that's so important,
yes.
right? And it brings also
In the
memories.
beginning, they don't understand because they are little and say, Mom, my food smells like onions, or, because we're a mixture of different things.
Right.
But with the time, they do appreciate it.
How about your husband? Does he like Peruvian
He loves it.
food?
Oh, his favorite place, ceviche. Seafood,
really?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Every time we go, ceviche.
How often do you make it?
We usually eat it in the summer.
In the summer?
I don't know why, but in the summer. In the winter, it's kind of chilly, and we don't eat it. It's because it's cold. We enjoy it more in the summer.
Maybe.
Yes.
How do you teach them Peruvian cultures? Like, for example, Christmas. Right? I think it's a little bit different.
Yes,
in
we
Peru than
celebrate
here.
it more like we don't focus on presents as much. We like to celebrate it. Start Christmas Eve. We stay late until we wait. It's more religious.
More
way.
religious.
Yes, we stay late until the middle of the
Midnight.
morning, midnight, and we sing some songs and we eat some hot cocoa with panettone. And Christmas Day we get together again with the family and share something. So that's I'm not focusing in presents. You know, yes, one thing there, one thing for the kids' excitement, but that's it.
Are there any Peruvian holidays that we don't have here in the United States that you celebrate with your kids?
All Saints Day,
All Saints Day.
Independence Day of Peru, the
Okay,
Independence
okay,
Day.
okay.
Labor Day we celebrate other time too. For us it's May 1st.
So, what are the challenges that you face when you raise multicultural kids? What is
Communication. They say communication is the key for everything.
Right.
But when you speak different language, can be, you know, because I take everything literally in the beginning, you know, when I said, my husband used to say, couple minutes. Husband, you told me 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes, you say couple minutes means 2 minutes, you know. Or you say, up in the air, you know, something. There's nothing in the air, you know. That was in the beginning, but at this point I feel we
Oh my gosh, that is so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
I can relate to that 100%. The communication and yes, and sometimes like they say something in like the husbands, they say something like in a slang.
Yes.
And like I have no idea what he's talking about.
Exactly. Because you translate everything in your mind, you know, you translate bad word.
Right.
You say, well, what does it mean that way, you know? But I feel that's the biggest thing.
That, especially at the beginning, because I think like after a decade of being here, you get used to it and you know.
Exactly.
You know.
Another thing is, for example, in Peru, mornings we have to have a good breakfast because you're going to college or you're going to study or something, work. Lunch is big too. Dinner is something light. But here is like dinner is the big meal.
And it's late also here, right?
Yes.
The dinner is late. Like in Poland, we have dinner at 2:00.
That's what we have
And
in
then
Peru.
we have something light.
Exactly,
in the
that's
evening.
what we have too. And in the beginning, my husband was expecting a sandwich for lunch, you know. I would bring this big meal and say, no, that's too much. Or in the morning, they would have cereal with me or something. I will bring something big, you know.
That's awesome. So which holiday is the most exciting in your family?
Christmas.
Do you FaceTime with your parents or
I do.
or Skype
I do
during
a
Christmas?
lot, especially with my mother. My mother is my biggest support. I know we are far away. I wish I can have her here and hug her. You know, we struggle, we have hard time, things like that, and you need your mom.
Right.
So I feel that
You need to talk. You need to talk. You need to talk. How about your kids? How do they communicate with your mom? And when they go to Peru,
they try to speak Spanish.
they have to, right?
Science language. You know, they try to, you know, moving like that because my mom does not speak any English, so they have to try to speak Spanish.
Well, that's wonderful motivation for them,
Yes,
right?
it is.
How often do you go to Peru?
We try to go every year.
Every year.
And usually in the summer.
Does your family appreciate Peru and the food in
They
Peru
do.
and culture
The
and
gastronomy,
nature?
everything is amazing there. Usually when you go to the markets, you see different kind of foods and fruits, you know. And Anthony, who is a 17-year-old, he will try every kind of fruit. It's amazing.
That's wonderful. How about your husband? Does he appreciate that?
He does too.
Because that's new for him as well. Like he grew up here, right? And then he has a wife with different culture, and
yes.
Then it's like he needs to be supportive for you, and you need to be supportive to him, and also understanding and more open-minded because of that.
In the beginning, it's rough because the first days you get altitude sicknesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
it's so high.
Yeah, so they struggle in that, but after that they are so happy. You know, they eat everything, different kind of food, fruit. There's everything right there. You know.
Yes.
It is, and the people is very nice too.
They're open, and your mom probably cooks for them.
Yes, and we are all the time. Family is coming over. You know, all the time. The aunt is coming. The cousins are coming. It is amazing. I just miss a lot.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So could you please tell me what are the advantages of raising multicultural kids or having multicultural family, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I feel that opens their mind.
Yes.
You know, when they get out from their comfort zone and speak different language and visit different places. For example, my family is trying to focus more in traveling around. We just went to Italy, something different, you know.
Right.
I feel that helped them with their confidence, you know. There is more, not just what they see around.
Do you feel like because they're exposed to different culture, different traditions, different habits, different language, they're more understanding, they're more like tolerant, they're more open to other cultures? Like when they go to school and there's somebody from a different country, do you think they're more open to them?
Yes,
more
I
understanding?
completely, yes, because they see other realities too, you
Right.
know, other challenges that other countries has, you know. Sometimes here we have what we need, and in other countries they do know.
Right.
So they see that, they feel more human.
They have. I feel like they from my
Appreciate.
kids, they have like more appreciation for other cultures. They have more understanding, and it's not new to them. It's part of their life,
Exactly.
right? They don't even think about other cultures. Like it's just part of their life. It's
Exactly.
like I listen to the Polish radio at home, and they don't even realize that it's in a different language. It's just part of their life, and like they don't even think I speak with the accent because they're so used to.
Exactly, and that's the thing, because even when you cook at home, I'll have my 12-year-old, he'll come and say, Mom, I learned to make pupusas, typical from Salvador. I learned new things too. It is like we all learn new things,
yes.
you know?
And it brings so many things to the table. It's wonderful.
Yes, exactly.
Chris, thank you so much for being in our show.
Welcome.
Really appreciate it, and I can relate to a lot of things, and I love having you here and hear all your experience, and it's wonderful to know that you're not alone. There's other people who experience the same things, and it's just good to know you're part of the international community, right? And
Thank
it's
you
great.
so much.
Thank you
for
so much.
inviting me.
What are your plans for this weekend?
Go to the Pumpkin Festival.
Pumpkin Festival, of course.
Yes.
Please come to the Pumpkin Festival this Saturday, October 21st from 2 p.m. till 7 p.m. It's a free event, fun for the whole family. We could holding our fingers crossed for the beautiful weather.
Yes.
Please come and enjoy, and thank you so much for watching us. I really appreciate your time. My name is Aggie Cersosimo, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.